Shalom. First and foremost, call Elohim La Yahweh Shemiao Shai Bashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to show that our people are so destroyed for the lack of knowledge, they're willing to trim their way to seek love. They'll always allow for these other nations, especially their number one enemy, Esau, to join in on them in their pain. Now realizing that your oppressor, your enemy, is setting you up. Now this little clip from this Twitter post, which this Edomite one was able to spot it out, but I'm pretty sure has made its way throughout, various platforms on social media. But this is just a clear indication that they're definitely setting up, agent provocateurs to incite, more looting and rioting, and to bring out the carnal behavior in Jake. And we know that the scriptures say, a carnal mind is enmity with the Most High. To be carnally minded is death. So our people are seeing these Edomites that clearly don't care for Jake, but they're acting as if they're walking hand in hand, side by side with Jake. Like they're bearing Jake's suffering and pain with him. But meanwhile, these motherfuckers are going in and actually starting fires and burning down shit. All right, and Jake is following suit. All right, so let me play this video so you can clearly see, what's really going on. There you just saw, this dude clearly a cop. Clearly. There was even a spot that, man. He had the umbrella covering his face. He had that $300 face mask. Uniform pants. He was clearly an agent, clearly a cop. All right, and these Patsies are set up to go and incite, these riots, man. And then at the end of this, who's gonna be blamed for it? Who's gonna be the face of that? Jake. And that's when Esau is gonna justifiably deploy the National Guard, which the mayor's already calling for it. And it's gonna be you, Jakes. All right, that's gonna see yourself being sprayed with mace. All right, popped in the mouth, popped in the eye with a rubber bullet, or clubbed up and locked up. And when you look around, you're gonna see yourself being the ones being arrested. You ain't gonna see these devils that was participating in this with you. You ain't gonna even see them. See, this is why the scripture say what it say about you, Jakes, man. You're destroyed, man. All right. Let me get the Apocrypha real quick, and let's go to Sirach 12. But see, and this is why, the scriptures is our guidebook, because, the scriptures tell us, to walk in the spirit and not to fulfill the lust of the flesh. We know the things pertaining to our flesh, one of those things being anger. Our people are clouded by anger. They're so overly emotional that they're prone to do dumb, ignorant, irrational shit. And Esau is going to take advantage of that because he know he has you in that estate. You see? But you Jakes don't know how to play chess with your enemy, man. You clearly playing checkers, and you're making the very moves that Esau expects you to make. All right, this is Sirach 12 and 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, and y'all gonna find this out, man. You know, you out there, in your rage because you're fed up, but you're so defeated that you don't care that your own enemies are tagging along with you, participating in your plight, in your so-called cause, and look what it's causing you. And a lot of y'all are being roused up by these fake organizations that's funded by the devil himself. Those little movements out there that you see, riling the people up, these motherfuckers are set up. George Soros, doesn't that name ring a bell to you? But you think that out there for your benefit, man? Like they're gonna get some type of justice for you? No, you playing right into this devil's hands, man. He's gonna pretend like he's there to help you. All right, but he's setting you up. Let's jump down to I'll start at 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him first. All right, and you're suffering adversity. You're tired of, Esau, with his racist motive, to attack you and put you to death. You're sick and tired of law enforcement, murdering you in the streets. So adversity is on you, but guess who's right there, helping you to throw, more fuel on the fire of your rage? Esau. He's right there with you, man. And you, Jake, can't see that. So I don't feel nothing for y'all niggas, man. The National Guard's finna come in. Hey, prophecy is speaking right now, man. All right? Esau's finna move in on you Jakes, man. All right? It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Meaning what? He's gonna supplant you. All right? Because what's being showcased all throughout mainstream media and all throughout the news is you Jakes, all right, looting and burning up a damn AutoZone. All right? Going into a damn Foot Locker and stealing sneakers, man. Because you mad, you tearing up your own community, man. Jake is overly emotional. And that's what, matter of fact, let me just go to it in Romans, man. You're so emotional that you can't even see it, that you being set up. But hey, this is all part of the Most High's movie, man. Because even going back to 70 A.D., you had spies and agents, all right, during the time of the Lord, during the time of the Acts of the Apostles. All right, you had militia groups, extremist groups, so on and so forth. And it's what led to those Roman wars, man. You had a lot of carnal men, men that were not in the spirit. And they were all led to death. All right, this is Romans 8, and starting at verse 5. And it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. Right, like getting vengeance. Let's go and destroy, a freaking target. Let's go burn up some shit. All right, which, you got Esau right there helping assist you niggas, man. All right, because you all in your flesh. It says, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Yeah, man, that's why we're going to continue to prophesy. As we see these things unfold, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, rejoice, and still continue to prophesy, man. Until they finally come for us, because we know they're going to come for us, because it's already written. All right, so we're after the things of the spirit, man. All right, and we're gonna be given the victory, man. The Lord's gonna miraculously deliver us from the clutch of this devil, man. But you 2/3 out there that's acting out because you're not covered and you don't have the spirit. Hey man, you're gonna the Most High is gonna get rid of you, man. All right. Jake is carnal as hell. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Okay? So, hey, to be carnally minded is death. Jake is going to take the death route every time, man, because they too damn impulsive. And now Esau is using that against you, man. He's taking advantage of that. Hey, like, let me get 2 Corinthians 2:11. And this is not the only cop that's probably involved with this, man. You had that bleach well, that big ass bleach well in that wheelchair, acting like she was trying to protect the target from civilians, looting and stealing from there. Come to find out, this big bitch was actually she's set up by the white supremacists, and she was rolling around in that wheelchair like she was disabled. But come to find out, footage showed that this bitch was walking around, man, getting out, trying to bait Jake into war, man. She was trying to in the one footage, she was in the wheelchair acting like she was disabled, but she was sitting there trying to stab Jake's, man. She was blocking the doorway and trying to stab Jake that was coming through with stuff. And then the next thing you know, you see her on the news coverage talking about, she tried to protect the store and she saw people looting and people attacked her. The fuck out of here, man. But that's what these devils are doing, man. And they shoddy work is really showing. All right. Hey, 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, who are not ignorant of his devices." All right. But that's only if you're in the spirit, man. If you ain't in the spirit, if you walk in the flesh, you ain't gonna see, how Satan is getting you, man. But ultimately, this is what Esau wants. He wants to bait Jake into this race war. This is order out of chaos. That's all that is. Order out of chaos. Now they can implement their order. We just came out of the so-called pandemic. They called the COVID crisis. They managed to lock everything down. They was able to examine the reaction of the people, and now they like, whoa, shit, we can get this rolling now. Let's start something, and let's start to deploy these troops. And now they're doing that, man. And you got other cities, all right, that's starting to follow the trend. Going out there attacking cops and fighting with cops and looting. So you already know this is gonna be spread across the board, man. But hey, this is all according to the Heavenly Father's will. All right. But it's clear to see what's going on. But let me get let me get Lamentations real quick. I think it's Lamentations 4 maybe. No, it's not. It's not this one. Let me go to the one in Isaiah then. Isaiah 9:16. And it says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." All right. And if you following, what these people out there are doing, man, with Black Lives Matter and these other organizations, you're going to be destroyed, man. It's like you're easily led. Once the moment people, try to show attention to your plight, your pain, so to speak, you welcome these people in open arms. Because because you're feeling hurt and you want everybody to understand your gripes, so to speak. And you go as far as to let the enemy in, man. You seeing these Edomites in there, starting shit, tearing shit up, with their faces covered, And you Jakes don't even realize what you're being set up for, man. Because it's going to be you that's going to be plastered all over mainstream media. That you niggas don't know how to be civil. So they're going to justify putting these troops in your neighborhoods. Because you niggas don't know how to act right. Because you're not civil. You're going to have to get used to us, all right, monitoring you, man. So you're going to get used to a police state. Where they walking around heavily armed, making sure you niggas don't get out of pocket. That's where we at with it right now, man. All right? You took the bait. All right? But anyway, I'll just, I want to go into that because, we're in that time, and Esau's, he's using his crafty counsel. A lot of this is coming from his crafty counsel. He's setting up a lot of, left-hand jakes that are set up, and a lot of them are being used to incite Jake, to rouse Jake up, which ultimately the Most High want Jake roused up, because this is all part of his movie. He wants, Jake to get roused up so he can fight against Esau. All right, and Esau is going to come down having great wrath. All right, it tells us that the enemy shall come in like a flood. It's going to be an insurrection, against those that fear the Lord. It's going to be martial law, 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter. And we're coming into the beginning of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, but those of our people that are moving silly, you ain't going to be saved out of it, man. All right, hey, you 2/3, y'all got a purpose. And our purpose is different than your purpose. Okay? So we're going to watch you niggas loot and riot and do what y'all going to do. Get into these wars with these white supremacist Edomites. But as for us and our households, we're going to serve the Lord, man. Okay? And, that's pretty much it. I just want to go into that. And I hope this was edifying. We give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.